Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Jay Bari here, back with another video. Here to give you guys greatness once again, which is the PlayStation Nation, which is the PlayStation 4 still, and that PlayStation 5. What's up, guys, man? Gonna be making a quick video talking about the Guilty Gear Strive developers background. I think this is like number 6 if I was keeping track with them. And you know, every time they have been doing these developers backyard, basically, you know, I've been doing a stream talking about it. So this one to me is very, very important because it talks about something that I think they needed to speak about or go into further detail about, and that is like private lobbies and stuff like that, because that is gonna further the longevity of this game, you know, with the private lobbies, this tournament online and all that stuff. That being said as well, there is going to be a tournament, my birthday tournament for Guilty Gear Strive. So hearing this news, which they kind of brushed around a little bit, but they didn't really go into in-depth detail. But hearing this news and seeing how the lobbies are going to be how the lobbies are going to be functioning made me very happy. So let's get into it and let's talk about it, and let's show you guys how the lobby is going to be working, man. So let's get it, man. So here's the backyard here, developers backyard, where they're thanking everybody that that participated in the open beta that was held in May, and they're also thanking everybody that filled out the survey, which I did as well and gave my 2 cents. So they said, we have 2 major events since the last volume of the developers backyard, the open beta test number 2 and the Red Bull Kumite. Red Bull Kumite was lit. Definitely some great display of Guilty Gear Strive there at that event. During the Red Bull Kumite, we revealed information about the player match mode and mission mode. First, we would like to provide some additional information. So I didn't even catch that part where, you know, they spoke about the player match mode and the mission mode, because I remember tweeting them. I was like, yo, how come you guys haven't spoken about, like, you know, private lobbies yet? You know, that's something like Arc System is known for. And I'm just like, yo, why nobody speaking about this? You know what I mean? But they definitely did here at the Kumite, which I missed. I just saw the matches, but I didn't see this part of the stream, I guess. So here's a picture of the player match, which is cool. This is great because this is something that I feel is very important, especially for, you know, myself, you know, like Chuck, Persona, where we do the online arcade, where we getting concrete information that they can create a lobby. And already I'm liking what I'm seeing. Rotation rule, rematch, number of matches, so you can set it to, you know, just 1, first to 3, first to 5. Great. Room policy, practice, so you can change how you want the room, you know, functionality to be. Player the same, you know, you can always switch that up. Room capacity, 8. So you can have up to 9 people in there and have 8 of your friends or other people for tournaments in this lobby. Region setting, same region. You know, room type normal, which this is great news right here, what I'm seeing. And here's how the lobby actually looks, which looks pretty cool. Like I said, I don't really mind the aesthetic as the pixelated stuff like that, as long as it's functional, as long as there's spectate mode. I am perfectly fine with this. You know what I mean? I am perfectly fine with this, and this is typical. It functions, as we, you know, going to read more of how the lobby functions. It functions just like how previous, you know, lobbies with Guilty Gear function, which that's all pretty much I really wanted, on top of that great netcode. You know what I mean? So here we go. To explain player match mode simply, it lets you create rooms to play matches where you can freely change the match regulations. You can play with only your friends by setting the ID or use them for tournaments. Up to 9 players can enter the room, so you can have up to 8 players in a tournament join at one time along with the organizer. We've included a variety of features such as spectating and lining up for the next match, which, you know, which is great because that was in Grand Blue and that works perfectly fine. That was in Xrd and Rev 2, and that worked perfectly fine. Like those things, I feel like you shouldn't change or switch up. Like if it ain't broke, don't don't try to fix it. It works. That's what we like. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very happy with this statement right here. Very, very happy with this statement right here. Up to 9 players in each room, so you can have up to 8 players in the tournament and join by a long time with the organizer. We included a variety of features such as spectating and lining up for the next match. Boom, boom, mind blown. Thank you. Right there. You can even wait for an opponent while in training room, the training mode, which is great. They already have those things like that. Something not available in prior titles. Well, that stuff was available in Xrd. It was, where you had a lobby, you had the little 4 cabinets, people can line up there, and then you had that cabinet all the way to like the right, and you can train over there, which is what, still adding that stuff is cool. There's also online training mode where you can practice with your friend without worrying about time limits. This opens up more options than the standard online mode, which that is great. I like when fighting games do this, because sometimes you just want to have like a real training session, and then you can just do your your lab session and stuff like that. Like, hey, this is how you do this, or you can do this to work on this, practice this while I'm doing whatever I'm trying to do, so you can try to help to escape certain situations, stuff like that, rather than just relying on setting up the recording on the CPU. You can probably have a friend do whatever they do, which is cool. But yeah, the player lobby, the player match mode sounds great. I'm with it. I'm just thankful that they confirmed all of this, because like I said, we're going to be having a tournament for my birthday, J Barry birthday tournament, with Guilty Gear Strive, and this just verified to me that yes, we can definitely do the tournament. So everything is good to go when it comes to that tournament. So I'm super excited for that. And then they spoke about like the mission mode stuff, which we pretty much know a fighting game is going to have like mission modes, doing the trials and all that stuff. So I'm not shocked by this. It looks cool. You know what I mean? Like as far as like the the layout of what's going on here, it looks pretty good. This looks pretty simple. Difficulty 3, Roman cancel, red Roman cancel, lander attack, red Roman. So they're just teaching you how to play the game, I guess, here in the mission modes. Not gonna really go into this like this. They said there's over 120 missions total, between explanation of mechanics, techniques, combos, and counter strategies for individual characters. Oh, that's pretty detailed. Definitely, this is something definitely I'm gonna be touching for real, like on my own time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm negating the mission mode. This is something I feel like is important that people should use, especially if you're new to the game. Even people that's like Guilty Gear vets is going to be touching the mission mode, because you're going to want to learn how to deal with certain stuff. Just like in Grand Blue have like these mission modes where they put you in these defensive situations, and they want to teach you, or you want to learn how to get out of those situations or punish those situations. You know what I mean? So this is great stuff here. Improve to the online lobby. So Katano, he says, we changed the matching system for online matches to use dual stations, which is good. And adding a rematch feature, which is amazing. It was cool in beta too, but like it was cool that you have designated spots, but it was still kind of janky. But the rematch feature definitely was a huge improvement though. This greatly improved the tempo of matchmaking, but there were still issues such as connectivity errors. We are making final fixes for these leading up to release. We are putting all our efforts into providing the best possible online environment by the release date. As major changes to the system could not be implemented in the time, we are currently focused on fixing bugs, improvements to the features of other changes we will be made after release in the form of free updates. So they're letting you know that they're working their hardest to get these situations and these errors fixed, but they're concentrating on certain aspects before they can go into the full, of fixing these issues, because they're in the final stages. The game about to release in 4 days. You know what I mean? They got to focus on one thing at a time, but they will come with post updates, post launch updates for the game. So which is typical. As long as that private lobby working, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Adjustments to battle balance. So yeah, this is the other key point where I really wanted to tackle, because I was reading this a few times before I made this video. I'm just like, what is he talking about here, right? So as jumping was extremely strong during the first beta test, we mainly adjusted aerial options for this test. It was our first time attempting to implement such an extreme balance change, such as decreasing the movement the movement arc of jumps and land and recovery before release. We were able to get extremely useful data thanks to this, paired with that from the first test. So hopefully the data that they got with this is, I'm not mad about the land and recovery, because yes, knowing that you have land and recovery will limit the aerial options or the aerial attacks that you want to do. But I'm mad about the jump arcs. Like, they slowed that down. Like, getting from the ground to the air, they slowed that actual animation down, and I don't like that, because that actually took away options and combos from other characters, i.e. Milia. So I hope that they remove that. You already buffed the anti-air options, the 6Ps, the 2 HS. You buff those options, and you having the land and recovery. Yes, that will improve on the aerial adjustments and the aerial, attack that people was doing crazy in the first open beta. You know what I mean? But the actual jump arc, decreasing the movement speed of that, and I'm not with that. I'm not with that, because there was a certain combos that I was, focusing on learning and stuff like that. And then the second beta, all that hard work that I was doing in training mode for the first beta, it just went out the window, pretty much. Which, you find other options, but you still, that first option was kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, I was really loving the character, loving the game with that first option. After considering a variety of factors such as the game concept, battle balance, and how fun it is to play as an action game, we are making final adjustments in the direction of increasing the movement arcs, yay, while retaining the land and recovery on aerial attacks and double jumps, etc. for the final game. Yay! Let's go! Yes! Thank you, Katano. Thank you, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, I understand you want to simplify the game, you want to bring new people in, but yo, we want to have fun. We want to do cool shit. You know what I mean? You can't just have Soul and Ram playing Guilty Gear. You know what I mean? We want to play Guilty Gear too. Please give Milia her loops back. All right, let me stop. You can't be praising or wanting or requesting so much of a character online anymore, because that can hurt the character. So you just got to be chill, okay? Milia sucks. All right. We are also working on adjustments for the game elements, such as the tension gauge increase for different situations, increased number of plus frames on some counter hits. Yes, I think you should. Just to balance out the game a little bit more, because the stuff that you can do on counter hit for every other character is very, very different. Like, stuff that Soul can do on counter hit, Milia can't do the same thing. She doesn't get the same combo opportunities, which I'm not saying you're supposed to do the same combos with different characters, but it's a huge gap between what somebody can get off of a shit 5K counter hit was sold, or 5K close slash was sold. You know what I mean? Then what I could get with a 5 HS counter hit with Milia. You know what I mean? It's a huge difference. Like the cool factor is different. But if you increase those plus frames, the cancel windows, you know, then yeah. The cancel window for Gatling combos. What? Gatling combos? Is this the first time that they actually mentioned Gatlings? Hold up. We yo on the 8th? Hold up, man, because honestly, this is the first time, other than probably like the first development backyard, where they actually spoke and mentioned Gatling combos. The first time they mentioned it, it's like, yo, we took it away. It's very different. You know what I mean? Light punch can't link into slash. This is strive, right? The Gatlings that they talk, maybe they was probably talking about slash into heavy slap. Maybe I'm just thinking, you know, way too much with it, but we'll see. Cancel window for Gatlings. Minor changes to the combo rules and the individual balance changes for all characters. Please look forward to the release date to experience the finished game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm honestly very, very excited for this, especially the fact that you're saying that you're doing the final adjustments to in the direction of increasing the movement arcs, which is key, man. You have to. You know, because it did take away some options. Some characters actually got some buffs from it. Like Kai, I see some corner stuff that Kai actually can do now with the decreased time. It was weird. Like, it was a Roman cancel type, you know, thing, but it was very weird. But like I said, like certain characters got bodied from it because now the character plays much different. You know what I mean? Like the structure of the character was way different. But something as simple as that, as increasing the jump arcs. But yeah, this sounds great, man. This is showing that they're listening. This is showing that the beta and the surveys, they are working, because they are addressing majority of the issues that, you know, we was having with the surveys. Like, I appreciate the Guilty Gear community for actually sharing their opinions, man. Like, they're speaking from the heart. You know, some of it is whining, but some of it is actual true, you know, opinions as far as they wanting the game to be fun and have longevity, not to become stale. Yeah, we want to welcome new players and all that stuff, but still, you want the game not to become stale after a couple of months. You want to build that, you know, freedom within the game as well. So, in beta 2, I felt like they went in the wrong direction on tackling anti-airs with certain things. Like, right directions on buffing all of the anti-air options, but wrong direction as far as the movement, that jump arc, in my opinion. The landing recovery, I don't have an issue with that. You know what I mean? I don't have an issue with that. I play Lancelot. They gave him landing recovery on you know, jump unique. So, you know what I mean? I don't have an issue with that. I was calming down much more now when Lancelot. I wasn't going buck wild anymore. You know what I mean? So I understand the importance of having that stuff there. And then the importance of like trip guarding and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about here. So here's the last thing. Oh yeah, so it was volume 6, so I was correct on the timing. Here's the last thing that he's saying. So future volumes of Developers Backyard. That's all for this volume of Developers Backyard. We're planning to continue this project after the game releases. As a result of our busy schedule, we feel recent Developers Backyard volumes have been a little one-sided. We were able to share our developmental intent and our future plans, but we're hoping to put more of an emphasis on creating a dialogue between us and the players moving forward. We truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it if you continue sending your opinions and feedback after the game is released. No, honestly, I think the Developers Backyard have been great. And how they doing it right now. Yes, you still want to have that dialogue open, but at the end of the day, I feel like they've been doing a good job in communicating with the community, with these, backyards. I don't want you to convolute it with a whole bunch of comments from, from soul players like, or Leo players. You know what I mean? Like, keep it concise, keep it developmental, but you still addressing some of the community issues or opinions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I like how it is currently, how the backyards are currently. So don't change it up, in my personal opinion, Katano. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I feel like this was probably one of the best ones, developers backyards. And yeah, I'm excited for Guilty Gear, man. Comes out on the 8th if you pre-order the game, the 11th if you're just regularly buying the game. And yeah, I'm going to be on this game hardcore. I'm going to be on this game heavy, man. So I'm really trying to learn it. I signed up for Evo for this game as well. So, I'm not thinking I'm going to be going no top 16, top 60. I'm not thinking any of that stuff. I'm just wanting to enjoy myself, see how I do, and experience the online, with a major tournament like Evo, man. So hopefully I do okay. Hopefully I don't go, donut and whatever, but I'm just ready to, enjoy the experience of participating at Evo online. But yeah, man, Guilty Gear Strive, let's get it. The boy Jay Barry, I'm gone. If you enjoy the stream, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about this information that was given in the backyard. But I'm gone, man. Deuces.